All right, so now let's talk about coastal versus inland considerations when it comes to picking your neighborhood here in San Diego. Now, the further west you go, of course, the better it is for getting to the beach. However, it is much cooler. So if you have an interest in warm and dry weather, then probably going to want to locate to the northeast and the I-15 corridor, or even in the East County. That's where it's going to be much drier and overall warmer, sometimes 5, 10, or even 20 degrees warmer as you go east. So along the coast, during the summer months especially, you're going to have the marine layer in the morning. It tends to be overcast, in fact, until at least 10 in the morning, sometimes noon. And basically the marine layer is a phenomena where we see clouds come onshore late in the afternoon, evening of the prior night, and it will stay overcast and clouded over until around 10, 11 noon the following morning. When the sun gets hot enough and the land gets hot enough, the clouds burn off. And then as the land gets cooler into the evening, the marine layer is able to creep back on land, and it keeps a very temperate climate. So at the beach, you can expect temperatures most of the year in the 70s. They say that the weather is probably being the weatherman in San Diego could be the most boring job in the world, right? Because we consistently have excellent weather. Now, in the summer months, July, August, September, Northeast Corridor and East County, it does get quite hot and dry. You're going to want to make sure that the property that you select has adequate air conditioning and ventilation. So these are some of the aspects of consideration related to weather and climate that do affect where to live and the kind of amenities that you're going to need accordingly. Next, let's discuss school districts and school ratings. San Diego, fortunately, has a lot of excellent public and private schools, and we generally have above average school ratings. So regardless of which neighborhood you pick, you will generally see at least average rated schools. Now, you can get more information on schools and school ratings using greatschools.com, and there's also the need to double check or verify if you have school-age children and you want to be sure exactly which schools will be fed by the addresses that we go to visit. Let me know and I'll be glad to pull those records for you to review, and we can also confirm them during escrow. So a lot of really great schools around San Diego, public schools, private schools, charter schools. So have a look at those, see which are most important to you, ask me questions, and I can give you extra information. Turns out my wife is a school teacher here in the Sweetwater Union High School District down in the South Bay, and so we have a lot of connection with the schools and school community and news and information. I'd be glad to provide you extra info if that's important to you. Local amenities and conveniences, yes, you're going to want to check out all of the fun and cool things that we have to do here in San Diego, whether it's a nature hike, sports, or outdoor events, or music, culture, science. So many great options. A lot of these cool things are happening down at the Balboa Park. There's a big dog park, there's a science center, there's a Japanese garden, and of course, just a huge park to enjoy and have picnics and a fun time with friends and family. So don't miss Balboa Park. Hey, Petco Park is rated as one of the best baseball stadiums in all of the major leagues. I think it's probably the food, but there are a lot of really great options down there for food, drink, and of course, watching our hometown San Diego Padres. Well, since we lost the Chargers a few years ago, everybody's attention and focus has shifted to the San Diego Padres as our hometown team. So go Padres and check it all out. It's really fun. Also, I want to recommend or take time to talk about outdoor hiking. We have a lot of great hikes around San Diego, whether they're a beach hike, a reverse beach hike is possible at Torrey Pines. You can also go to our famous Cowles Mountain here, and many, many hikes in the East County and to the Northeast. So many great options. Wildflowers also in the springtime. Have you ever seen the wildflowers? March, April. That's in Warner Springs. It's about an hour and 15 minutes northeast of San Diego. Definitely check it out. Next, at the beach, so many cool beaches, places to surf, have fun, swim, snorkeling, and also yachting and fishing. Wow. San Diego really has a lot to offer. Don't miss them. Check them all out. See which ones are important to you. Let me know which are your interests. That'll help me to guide you and also turn on some resources that could be fun and interesting for you to review. Now, the proximity to your work or access via transportation is a key part of selecting where you're going to live. So you can, of course, test that out using maps.google.com, or Google Maps, they call it, of course, to see how long will it take for you to commute. Now, generally, we see traffic mostly going north in the morning times and south in the evening. So depending on if you're working from home remotely or if you need to go into the office every day, these are factors that you should consider some in your commute. Some people do even commute from as far as, let's say, Temecula all the way down to the 32nd Street Naval Base in National City. That's about an hour and 15 minutes one way, depending on the time of day. So these are some of the factors that you should consider: measuring the time, knowing the flow of traffic, and the frequency. Do you need to go to work every day of the week, or and at what time? Because those are the factors that will impact your commute times. Neighborhood safety and the vibe in San Diego. Yes, we are vibing. San Diego is a fun place to live, and there's a lot of great diversity, community, culture, enthusiasm, and a lot of friendly people. So check out each neighborhood. Overall, we have below average crime in San Diego, and I think that the communities really reflect a sense of pride, safety, and cleanliness. So there are some communities, of course, that do have some challenges. All major cities have that, and San Diego is a large city. We have over 3 million people in our county, and the city of San Diego, I believe, has over 1 million, maybe even 1.5 million in population. So there are, of course, some areas that are lower socioeconomic communities. Some aspects of homelessness do exist here and there, and it's worth inquiring, investigating, and satisfying yourself, right? We don't want to discriminate or offer you any information about neighborhoods that would somehow dissuade you from them. So it's important just to go, visit them, explore, ask questions, and I'll be glad to share with you. But generally, I think you're gonna find San Diego is a very safe place to live with really cool, fun vibe in a variety of neighborhoods. Go check them out. Lots of San Diego neighborhoods have excellent future growth potential. So your chance to go and see communities gentrify is really evident, and there's a few communities that are worth mentioning that I think you should go and take a look at. There's a neighborhood called Azalea Park in the City Heights zip code 92105. It's doing quite well. It's near North Park, but does not have the same prices as North Park, and since it's technically in one zip code to the east. However, this kind of a hidden community is available, and I call it that because there's really only one way in and out of the subdivision. And that makes for a sense of community, and also folks only go in there if they live there. So you don't get a lot of extra traffic or in and out, and it creates a much more of a village kind of context where, you know, you might actually meet friends and create neighbors in the community, and that makes it really fun. Of course, there are a variety of examples like this. I can think of, for example, Emerald Hills, parts of Paradise Hills, parts of National City, in fact. There are quite a few really cool communities that are up and coming. Let's go check them out. Let me show you what they can offer you. Usually there's like a hidden way in and out of just one small part of one zip code. So even if you've been told that a particular zip code is not recommended, there could still be subdivisions or parts or pieces of that neighborhood that could still work for you. So if you're looking for a bargain, if you're looking for maybe a little more space or a little better condition, features, or amenities in your house, but are still budget constrained, ask me, and I'll be glad to share with you some cool thoughts and ideas and places that you can go check to see if they would suit you. Let's talk about community events and culture in San Diego. We have a large Chicano community, and there's a lot of fun activities going on throughout the year. So if you take a look down in Barrio Logan, there is a large Chicano community that is really gentrifying and redeveloping the entire district down there. Go and check it out. There's some fun new restaurants, art galleries, places to visit, and window shop. So definitely take time to take a look at that. Events throughout the year. We have the San Diego Marathon, we have our Food and Wine Festival, we have Cajun Festival that happens every year, some music festivals, many music venues that are worth checking out with a variety of musical interests. Humphreys on the Bay for adult contemporary, the Rady Shell for the Philharmonic, opera and outdoor music festival, really fun. So be sure to check out everything that we have to offer for community events. There's a whole calendar available on sandiegomagazine.com, and we also include events in our newsletter every month during the first week of the month. So I presume you're already registered to receive our newsletters, and you're getting a summary of all the events that are happening that month. So check them out. Let us know what you think. If you have questions, I'd be glad to give you extra information or do any research necessary to help you really fully enjoy San Diego. That's what it's about, right? Okay, next let's talk about historic and newer developments. Some folks ask me, hey, look, I want to live in a neighborhood that has more culture and more history. What can you recommend for me? Well, there are several, of course. San Diego West Coast Beach and Military Community. It's been around a long time. We do have homes dating back from the turn of the century. So we have craftsmen and Victorian properties in several neighborhoods that are genuine, authentic, original properties from the early 1900s. So definitely check those out. They're located in neighborhoods like Bankers Hill, Sherman Heights, Point Loma, and several others. So you'll find historical properties mostly in and around, of course, the downtown area. And this is where we have most of our history and a lot of really cool old properties to take a look at. And they're great because you can get Mills Act, which does reduce some of your property taxes. On the other hand, there are limitations on what you can do to a historical property. So if that's of curiosity or interest to you, just let me know. Now, when it comes to new construction, we have, unfortunately, very limited new construction in San Diego, and that's mostly because of environmental and development restrictions related mostly to water. So you can take a look at East Lake Chula Vista, you can take a look in Carmel Valley, and there are still some properties as you go into Fallbrook and Valley Center, the northeasternmost parts of San Diego County. Usually the new construction is priced at a 5 to 10% premium over resale homes of similar size and condition. So you do pay actually a little more for the new construction properties, but you do get a brand new home, and sometimes there's a wait list and sometimes not. So just be sure to ask us. And of course, the nice thing about new construction is that you can customize the property to suit your particular desires and amenities at closing. So it's a really great opportunity. We can help you with new construction. They simply ask us to make sure to introduce you on your first visit. So if you're intending to go to new construction, let us know. We'll be glad to accompany you, share with you exactly how they're working, what the differences are between that community and other similar nearby communities that may be competing, and then we'll help you to look for the best one that will give you exactly what you want with the value proposition you're looking for. So unfortunately, not as many new constructions as we would like, because we really would love to see more people owning homes and increase improve the affordability a bit. At the same time, new construction is available, so just ask and we'll be glad to open up those new options for you. All right, San Diego is all about parks, recreation, and lifestyle. We are here to live, not so much to work. We do have a lot of great companies and productive businesses here in San Diego, but at the same time, of course, our reputation is as a resort. We have great weather, parks, lifestyle, so many cool things that you're going to enjoy when you live here in San Diego. That's why I moved here, and I've been here more than 20 years. I'm not going anywhere. So if you have questions or want to know about the communities, the events, lifestyle options, and all of the different features and amenities of our great county of San Diego, just let me know. I really appreciate your attention to this video series. I'm Jeremy Katz with eXp San Diego House Hunting. Good luck and happy house hunting.